Well, earlier this week, we took a look at the movie that kick-started the Blaxploitation genre, Shaft. So why not take a look at a film that parodied the genre like it was nobody's business? Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite follows, well, Black Dynamite, played by Spawn himself, Michael Jai White. His brother Jimmy has been shot, so he's seeking revenge. And, well, we'll get to that. This movie is something else.
You read about that?
The film came as a result of White's love for Blaxploitation films. He would often hold movie parties for friends in which they would watch various genre movies and pick apart the various inconsistencies, which gave him the idea to write a movie that would serve as a loving send-up to the genre. The idea for the film reportedly came to White in April 2006 whilst he was listening to the James Brown song Superbad, which allowed him to picture the title character. He then brought himself the blue outfit seen in the movie and photographed himself wearing it, and when he showed it to director Scott Sanders, he thought it was hilarious and they instantly agreed to make a movie about this ridiculous character. The two then shot a trailer for $500 that mixed in footage of White with scenes from old Blaxploitation movies in an attempt to raise the money to make the film. This trailer was then shown to producer John Steingart, whose immediate response was, "Oh my god, okay, we can raise the money for this."
Can't believe I fell for that.
Once financing was secured, White and Sanders collaborated with Brian Mintz to write the screenplay, and due to the trio's encyclopedic knowledge of Blaxploitation movies, the entire film was written in less than 3 weeks. Their reverence for the genre continued into filming. Many Blaxploitation movies were made on extremely low budgets, meaning that the camera quality was extremely poor and they could only afford one take for each scene, which often led to mistakes or continuity errors in the final product. The filmmakers decided to pay tribute to these genre quirks by deliberately shooting on a cheap Super 16 camera and leaving intentional mistakes within the movie, such as having characters verbalize stage directions.
Sarcastically, I'm in charge. The Miltons turned startled.
And Black Dynamite was released for a limited 2-week theatrical run on October the 16th, 2009, grossing $242,000 at the box office, and reviews were positive, praising the film for its humorous take on the Blaxploitation genre. Well, I'm sure it's a very serious piece, and we open with a section advert for malt liquor. Good start. I will say it's incredibly impressive that this was made in 2009 because due to the camera quality, it genuinely does look like it was made in the 70s.
Come on, you jive turkeys. What kind of rundown is this? Look, man, I gotta get back to the streets where I come from, sucker.
Why does this guy sound like he's about to break into song? The best part of the movie is that it's completely ridiculous and yet everything is delivered 100% straight.
He's dead.
This guy explains the epic magnitude of Black Dynamite, and as he does so, we get explosions, tits, sex, push-ups. It's so over the top, it's brilliant. The movie is like a damn time capsule. It's produced so well to mimic the time it's parodying, it's fantastic. The movie is hilarious.
There's no nipsey here.
Everything is so over the top but delivered straight. It's so good.
Who the hell is interrupting my kung fu?
Everything is parodied so well, from the writing to the acting to the editing to the music, everything. It's so cleverly put together.
It's that new drug on the street. All the kids are falling prey to it. What we gonna do, Black Dynamite?
They even have the boom mic visible at one point, and he even looks directly at it. It's so clever. Black Dynamite is basically a superhuman god, but it's brilliant. And people saying his name will never not be funny. He has no other name. He's just Black Dynamite. They mock the random forced backstory, the random forced exposition.
Jimmy, I am 18-year-old Black Dynamite, and you're my 16-year-old kid brother.
Even the music constantly spells out the exposition.
I can't believe my little brother just passed away.
Somebody broke into Jimmy's bed.
This movie's amazing. There's a scene where he discusses a Chinese kid, but he randomly, unnecessarily mentions that he's Chinese over and over.
He said something to me in Chinese. Like, Boko Sao sounds like some cartoon shit, but I understood it to be a question that he was asking me.
This should be in the 1001, it really should. Even as his friend gives an emotional talk about Black Dynamite's brother and the most over-the-top sad music begins to play.
You know, man, I'm really sorry to hear about what happened to Jimmy.
There's a chase scene and they bounce off the walls and It's so good. The editing is even really sloppy on purpose as they cut to random shots during it. Every aspect is so clever, it's unreal.
Damn! Mother.
And that is what upsets him. There's a great scene where this guy has a badass one-liner and then instantly drives off a cliff and the car just burns on fire randomly for no reason mid-air and he dies. And Black Dynamite's delivery is hilarious. He can make anything funny.
How'd you get in here? I walked in.
Everything is so serious, it's brilliant. And he has a literal, physical license to kill. This woman mentions a young kid taking drugs at an orphanage. Yeah, it's just orphanage. Just an orphanage. And then they move on like it's nothing. But then we get the greatest line in movie history.
I used to be an orphan.
Used to be an orphan. This movie is amazing. They even parody Indiana Jones in Black Dynamite. They make fun of so many cliches and tropes. It's amazing.
Black Dynamite, I know that we just met, but somehow I feel that I can trust you.
There's a weird scene where he's about to smash and then we get animations of star signs having sex. Of course. Then he casually walks past some people and oozes them to death. There's a whole long sequence of them all trying to figure out who's responsible for the murder, and it's delivered so straight-faced and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like something out of Adam West's Batman.
And who makes M&M's?
Mars Candy Company make it. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
Those white
Mars
men.
Candy.
Mars is also
The Roman god of war.
And they somehow know all of this random trivia.
Right. Ares' half-sister is Athena.
Now you getting it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Athena? Athens.
Even this random lady knows her too. Before they find out about a tiny cock, and we see a tiny cock and we get a whole zoom in and everything.
Now here's the plan.
This movie is amazing. Seriously, if you're going through a difficult time, put on Black Dynamite. You will feel a lot better.
Man, I'll take this jive-ass turkey.
Oh no!
You're welcome. And he pokes the Asian guy's eyes out. Why? It's so straight-faced as the bad guy gives some exposition about building a bigger penis. One of the Asians catches on fire and the effects are so bad, it's brilliant. A plane blows up with a really obvious green screen before Black Dynamite fights President Nixon. Why is Black Dynamite fighting President Nixon? Even the lighting change in the fight scene is hilarious. And then Abraham Lincoln shows up, randomly shoots an urn before vanishing again. Alright. This movie is sensational. Every aspect of the film is flawlessly orchestrated and it's brilliant. The script, the acting, the editing, the music, it's all perfect. It's one of the greatest parody movies I have ever seen, and honestly, it is worthy of being in the 1001 movies you must see before you die. Without question. Black Dynamite is a masterpiece and is certainly a worthy note to end Black History Month on.